Chapter 2, California Love. As the bouncer stands between you and the club you've sworn to get Jack into, you can't help but be hyper-aware of his large frame. Could you give us just a second? Grab Jack's forearm and hurriedly pulling him off to the side. How am I supposed to book you a venue where you're not even allowed to pass the door? You know, that's a good question. I should ask my manager. He eyes you pointedly, eyebrows raised, and as irritated as you are, you can't help but scoff incredulously. You think you're so cute. Admit it. Do I think I'm cute, or do you think I'm cute? Because I think this is a you problem. He takes a step forward, coming to stop just inches from your nose, his breath grazing your lips and frazzling your senses. Do you flirt your way out of everything? Trust me, when I flirt with you, you'll know it. This is some sort of task, because you already picked me, remember? We were in Mr. Deacon's office, it was a whole thing. That I did get back at Jean. This I'm doing because I need to make sure you're ready. Ready for what? Anything can happen on the road, Estrella, and when it does, I need to know my manager has my back. I am noting the rare, genuine tone in his voice. Screw paying the label back. I owe this tour to my fans and to myself, so it needs to go off without a hitch. But if you're not up for it, we should just call it here. I've got plenty of savings, and I'm sure you'll only be an intern for a little longer. Screw that, I paid my dues, and I'm ready now. I can handle this. Just give me a second to think. You scope out the scene, looking for any possible way to shirk the bouncer, and after a moment you spot a window just out of his eye line. You know what they say, when one door closes, a window opens after you. You keep watch as Jack shimmies through the window. When you follow him in, as your feet touch the floor, you let out an excited whoop. Oh, we made it. Now, you just need a story to get you past the talent booker. And a shower. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the ingenuity, but a window behind a dumpster in an alley? Ugh, gross. As he heads to the sink to wash off the grime covering his hands and face, you wave off his complaints and pace the floor. I'm thinking we create a disguise, something you can throw on so people won't recognize you. If I'm dressing up, I want an alter ego too. Something cool like Bono's Macfisto or Bowie's Ziggy Stardust. The more he scrubs, the more he smears the oily gunk everywhere. Taking pity on him, you step close and wipe a streak under his eye. Or we could just use this to our advantage. After all, there's no way the talent booker will recognize you as Jack Kennedy all caked in dirt. I mean, that could work, but being filthy isn't exactly an ideal disguise. And you go in for another swipe. He catches your ray as the warmth from his grasp seeps in your skin as you make your decision. One alter ego coming up. Okay. But first, let's get you cleaned up. Starting with that filthy shirt. Hand it over. You stop up one of the bathroom sinks, and as it fills, you motion for Jack to take the shirt off. But instead, he quirks an eyebrow at you. And if I don't? We're not going to find out, because you're going to take that shirt off so I can wash it in the sink. Take a step towards him, but he playfully sidesteps you. Nuh-uh. If you want the shirt, I'm gonna need some convincing. Grin warms something within you, but you can't help but fight back a smile. Fine, how's this for convincing? Take it off now, and don't make me ask you twice. You're cute when you're bossy. Then I'm about to get downright gorgeous. Strip. He hesitates long enough to make you wonder, then he slowly reaches for the back of his shirt and teases the fabric over his head. You know, I'm starting to think you just want to see me naked. And if I do? You let your eyes fall to his newly exposed skin, drawing a line from the taut muscles of his stomach up to his chest. And I guess you're welcome. He hands over the shirt, and you pump soap into the running water, using the suds to scrub out the dirt with practiced hands. It'll need to dry for a while, but the stains will come out pretty easily. When I'm done, it'll look good as new. You affix it to the hand dryer and punch the button with the warmth of his gaze prickling your back. And here I thought I was just your first quickie cleanup. Don't tell me you've been getting dirty with some other celeb. Which famous pop stars I clean street grime off of is none of your business. Catch his reflection in the mirror and you study his dirt-covered face. You wet a paper towel. Hold on, you got a little something right here. As you swipe the cool towel across his brow, his eyes sink closed, giving you plenty of time to look him over. He may be a difficult man. He is gorgeous. His eyes, his cheekbones. You bring the sodden towel to his mouth, and a drip rolls across his bottom lip before lapping up by his waiting tongue. His full lips. You can't help but imagine what they would feel like pressed against yours, so soft, so sensual. Did you get what you were looking for? His voice startles you, and you look up to find his eyes open and locked on yours with a knowing grin. You snatch your hand away. Yep, all clean. Good. Now, at least I won't look grungy in the tabloids when the bouncer kicks us both out. We're not going to get kicked out because you'll have these. You pull away to rifle through your purse, and moments later, you pull out a scarf and a pair of sunglasses. Are you really staking this entire performance on a Clark Kent Superman tactic? Lots of celebs have simple disguises they whip out, and no one's even the wiser. They work because people are shockingly unobservant. I'll prove it. Quick, what color are my eyes? You squeeze them shut, expecting him to flounder, but instead you become hyper-aware of his presence as he moves closer. Blue, obviously. But when you're annoyed, they're darker. When you look at me, when you think I'm not looking, well, you want to find him inches away, his piercing eyes locked on you in a way that makes your stomach tense. I don't know if there's a word for the color, but damn, it is hot. Behind you, the dryer stops, and you hand Jack a shirt and scarf and glasses. Well, how do I look? He gives a slow spin, and you take in everything, looking up only when you realize he stopped moving. One, her eyes aren't blue. Not like a world-famous pop star, that's for sure. Good. Now, all I need is a fake name. Lennon. Why not? We've already made 2 Beatles references. Jack nods approvingly as he tests it out. Lennon. It's perfect. You step in close and adjust his scarf. Why on earth would you want to be anyone else? You're you. Lately doesn't seem like it's worth much. Maybe the best thing for me is to just give it a rest for a while. Let Lennon handle things. Jack tips his head down, his eyes locking into yours, exploring their depths. You give his scarf one last tweak and step back. Then let's find that talent booker and get you on stage, shall we? You slip out the main bar with Jack at your heels, and you approach the talent booker. You plaster on an innocent smile. Hi, my client would like to take the stage. Any chance you have a time slot left? Name? Lennon. The woman looks up from her clipboard. As her eyes land on Jack, your heart races. Lennon, have you been here before? I feel like I know you. No, I'm just visiting from, Europe. Right. If he doesn't relax, we're gonna get busted. I need to do something to take the heat off. I should distract the booker. Before he can say another word, you step in. He must have one of those faces. Like you, for instance. I could almost swear I know you. I'm Estrella Villanueva, by the way. Louisa Simmons. Ever spent any time in Gracetown? Not yet, but we are going on tour soon. Maybe we'll stop by. You give a decisive nod, and Louisa jots Jack's fake name down on the schedule. You're on in 10. She turns with her attention to the next talent. Jack flashes you a smile. You were right. She didn't give me a second glance. Remind me of this next time I doubt you. Oh, I was planning on it. Come on. You and Jack find seats at the bar. As you sip drinks and wait for his turn, you spot a small stage out of the corner of your eye. You've sold out arenas in the world. I've got to know, what's so special about a patch of worn floorboards? These worn floorboards have hosted some of the greatest musicians ever. If you make it here, you're destined for greatness. He points out to the bar's wall of legend, which is plastered with portraits, records, plaques of music giants and hopefuls. Is that Jalen Reyes? I would have killed to have a plaque up there, to have my name in the same conversation as all those artists, past and present. I had no idea this was that important to you. Music is what I was born to do, who I am to not test the limits of my ability and be as great as I can be. As his words sink in, you can't help but feel a little odd. Wow. I admire your ambition. I've been with guys who are intimidated when I say I want to be the best in my field, so to hear you openly say you want that, I can't lie, it's turning me on a little. Not something you openly tell people. You meet Jack's gaze and then let your slip lower, blatantly checking him out, but it's only when you've finished that you remember you shouldn't have done it at all. Sorry, I forgot I'm not just out at a bar with my friends and my client, or with one, and that was deeply, sexy. As you watch his eyes skim your body in return, his eyes lingering long enough to warm you throughout. I was gonna say inappropriate. I won't tell if you don't. As his knee brushes yours beneath the bar top, you find back a smile and try hard to focus on why you're here. So, the wall, who do you have to speak with to get up there? I wish it were that easy. It's crowd-based. If people connect with your performance, I stand a chance. And if they don't? Before he can respond, the talent booker takes the stage. Okay, guys, give it up for our next performer, Lennon. Well, let's just hope we're not about to find out. He drains his beer and stands, but as he heads to the stage, you catch his hand. Hey, Jack. Good luck. Good luck. You got this. He gives you a last lingering look before hitting the stage and beginning an acoustic version of one of his early hits. 2 sips of you and I can't walk a straight line. Girl, I wanna drink you in all of the time. He catches you in the crowd, and as the two of you lock eyes, he recites the next verse, singing as if only for you. Lapping from you, drink straight from the tap, 1 shot of you, I'm not going back. A tap on your shoulder startles you back to the moment. Lennon sure sounds a lot like Jack Kennedy. You knew? Not at first, but a voice like that can't go unrecognized. Media train wreck or not, he's fantastic. You glance around the bar to find patrons entranced, clearly connecting with the music before turning back with a smile. I'm just glad to hear you say that, because I noticed your wall of legends is missing someone. My client. By the time Jack finds you upstairs in the VIP, you're finishing a meeting with the bar's owner, who stands and claps him on the back. First Ver as your girlfriend, now this girl is your manager? You sure know how to pick 'em. Excuse me? Jack's mood instantly shifts, but the owner doesn't seem to notice. Estrella, tell Quincy Deacon I say hello, will ya? He and I go way back. I'll pass along the message, sir. As he walks away, you sink back into the couch with a relieved sigh, and Jack fixes you with a look. Who was that, and why are you sending a message to Mr. Deacon for him? That was the bar owner. Not only are you no longer banned, but guess who's added your photo to their wall of legends? You expect excitement, possibly even another soul-melting look, but instead he eases in the seat across from you, hands folded. Wow. Here I thought you were this meek little intern along for the ride, and it turns out you're a shark with their eyes on the prize. What are you talking about? I got you what you wanted. Oh, because it was what I wanted? Or because you thought it would look good to the owner's pal, Mr. Deacon? For a moment, you freeze, stunned. Then you lean closer, propping your arms up on the table between you. The words you're looking for are thank you. All day I've been bailing your ass out, and you haven't said it once. You're my client. I got you what you wanted because it's my job, and I'm damn good at my job. I won't apologize for that. The intensity of his gaze stirs something deep inside of you, and as you try to will the feeling away, he sighs, his shoulders lowering. Thank you. Oh, screw you. I never judged you for any of the trashy tabloids you've been on, but you think you can judge me? If today's taught you anything about the media, it should be that those losers make their money on exaggerating the truth. He shrugs dismissively, but you can tell you've gotten under his skin, and you take the opportunity to push. So, you're telling me that you don't... practice or base your lyrics off of things you've done in bed? Because a reporter at the Voyeur said there's a line in one of your songs rumored to be about a threesome. Swimming deep in your sea, so blissed out now you want two of me. Funny how you knew exactly which line they were talking about. Well, I guess it's a lucky guess. It's not confirmation or denial. After all, my lyrics are inspired by a lot of things. Oh, come off it. You can't honestly want me to believe you're innocent. Normally, I'd let you believe what you want, but if you're going to be my manager, you should know most of what he said was about me is BS. And the rest? Leaves out some of the best parts. I could tell you if you want, but if you want the hot goss, you're going to have to play with me for it. He pulls out a cell phone and does a web search for his name. 2 lies and a truth. If you can figure out which headline about me is truth, I'll tell you anything you want to know. He raises his eyebrows in a challenge, and you can't help the anticipation bubbling inside of you. As his manager, I do need to be able to tell fact from fiction, plus how am I to pass up dirt straight from the source? Okay. A rare glimpse into the real Jack Kennedy. It'd be foolish to pass it up. Jack pulls up 3 of T-Man's ranchiest hot headlines on his phone and pushes it your way. Ciao, Bella. Jack Kennedy flashes cameras in Postinano while tanning nude on a private yacht. Spotted Jack Kennedy doing the walk of shame after a secret night with swimsuit model Bianca Sandoval? The truth behind Jack Kennedy's scandal with an elderly fan. Any of these could be true. The journalists write the articles that scandal salaciously because they know what makes people want to click. But anyone who really knows me would be able to pick out the lies easily. Look over the headlines again, trying to think of what you know about Jack. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with you, Flash the Cameras, because I remember this all started with him and what the talk show host showed. If there's one thing I've learned, you and the paparazzi don't get along. Smart girl. But to be fair, the Paps followed me to that ocean. It'd be rude not to give them what they came for. I followed you to the club. What do I get? He laughs before lifting the hem of his shirt, giving you a full view of his abs. Any more than that, and you'd wind up named in a raunchy headline of yours. You stare at the screen, mesmerized by the blatant lies. Doesn't it bother you that they're ruining your reputation and no one's doing anything about it? Why hasn't Gene or someone at the label sued for libel? I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care what anyone has to say about me. I know the truth, and now you do too. You crack a smile. As salacious as the headlines are, this game is kind of fun. And how about another round? He brushes a finger across the screen, letting the page scroll until it comes to a natural stop. What scandalous thing did I do now? You inspect the headlines. According to TMI, you're illegally importing ferrets, been banned from Cordonia, and gone postal on Gene St. Louis's mansion. I think banned from Cordonia, probably. Cordonia. I've heard your lyrics. You were too racy at a concert, and they sent you home, didn't they? Nope. This story was a total smear campaign because I declined the offer. I'm not big on apples or a 20-hour-long flight. So which one was the true? Probably the vandalism. I may or may not have egged Gene's house. He pauses for a moment. I'm not proud of it. Let's just say I was going through some things then. Fair enough. You slide him the phone back, and his fingers graze your hand as he takes it. You're learning a lot about me. I think it's time I turn the tables. Hit me with your best shot. Why did you offer to manage me? Gene wants me gone, and since the guy's a vindictive bastard, you've now got yourselves in his crosshairs. So why do it? Honestly. Because my all-star client list isn't going to build itself. If I get my way, you are going to be the first in a long line of clients that I help usher into incredible careers. So I'm a stepping stone, got it. I didn't mean it like that. Don't worry, I just appreciate the honesty. Before you can reply, yelling comes from down below, and you look over the railing to find a bouncer fighting back several paparazzi. Back the hell up right now! We know he's here! Oh, they're here. We need to get you out of here for good this time. You whip out your phone and you dial IR's after-hours line. He looks at you bewildered. Who are you calling? Your security team? You know, the one that's supposed to be with you 24/7? They'll come and protect you? He looks over his shoulder as multiple pairs of feet thunder up the staircase. Unless they're bringing a chopper, we're going to need to protect ourselves over here. He grabs your hand and leads you over to the side of the building and onto the fire escape. But as your feet touch the iron-grated floor, you hear the metal ladder at the bottom being lowered. Jack! We know you're up there! Why not just calm down and make everyone's night a little easier? Damn it, we're trapped. Not necessarily, but you aren't gonna like this at all. What are you... Before he can finish, he wrenches open a window, climbs into the apartment above the bar before extending his hand to you. Fine. Breaking and entering. We are so talking about this later. Grab hold of his hand, clinging to his body as he hauls you inside. Where the hell did he go? As Jack crushes you to him in the shadows, you can't help but marvel at the raw strength you feel pressed flushed against his broad chest. I told you wouldn't like it. Well, I guess it's not all bad. You're in no hurry to untangle yourself from him, and as your eyes adjust to the dark, you see he doesn't move an inch either. We should go. Reluctantly, he pulls away, but keeps hold of your hand. Come on. He'll lead you through the dark, ducking errant flashlight, passes his eyes peering through the window. I can't believe you live like this, breaking into apartments to keep from bombarded by the paparazzi. They're a massive pain in my ass. I mean, Ty Jacobson, the guy who's been stalking him all day, looking for a soundbite. But it comes with part of the territory, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for my music. Every time I hit the stage, it's like coming home. Sentiment only makes you question his reckless behavior more. You were the one of the most successful artists in music in the world. Now all people talk about is your mistakes. Why not just toe the line? Why Why put something so precious at risk? You were almost released from the label today. Don't you get what that means? No more Jack Kennedy music. It would kill my career, sure, but not my music. Hell, in some ways leaving Infinity would actually free it. You got closer to the truth. I just think I could help you get on more stages if... As you race back downstairs to the bar, you notice a paparazzo scanning the crowd just over Jack's shoulder. Wait, they're right behind you. Pull his face into your neck. You pull him close, slipping a hand behind his head, feeling his face into the crook of your neck as Ty's gaze sweeps over you. Sorry, it should just be a little while longer. I'm in no rush. Jack pulls you closer, pressing the full length of his body into his as he leans forward to whisper softly in your ear. I know you mean well, but you should know no one in the music industry is ever really trying to help. It's a lesson I learned the hard way, and I'm hoping you won't have to. You're not sure if it's the warning or the proximity that excites you, but as a shiver shoots down your spine, your eyes flit to his lips, and Jack's hand tightens at your waist. Only for your phone to ring. You take a small step back, putting some distance between you. It's your security detail. They're waiting for you in the alley out back. Right. Look, I know you've been bailing me out all day, but would you mind holding off the press until I get out of here? They've seen you with me, so all you have to do is make an appearance, answer some questions, and run out the clock. So you want me to face a horde of ravenous paparazzi and hold an impromptu press conference? How am I supposed to do that? He inches towards the back door, his face amused. You forget. I've seen you work. This is nothing you can't handle. After all, you're damn good at your job, aren't you? As he slips out the back door, you head for the front. And the minute you step outside, the waiting crowd swarms. It's the girl! Who are you? How do you know Jack? And what do you know about his assault on Ty Jacobson? Suddenly you realize just how many cameras are pointed at you and pause. Get it together, Estrella. Jack's counting on you. And if Mr. Deacon's keeping a close eye on me as he said, he and Jean are probably watching how I handle this. Square your shoulders, and as the cameras focus on you, you find your voice sure and strong. Oh. Of course, for diamonds. I know that what TMI ran with is not what happened. Mr. Jacobson willfully accosted Jack, and that gives him the right to assault a member of the press? Again, Jack did not assault anyone, and I know it's easy to forget, but celebrities are human beings. Jack Kennedy is a human being, and he's entitled to the same expectations of privacy we all are. Yeah, we've heard that speech before. The horde riles up against you. You see his SUV drive by unnoticed. You turn your attention back to the cameras, your voice cutting through their chatter. Fine, if that's not good enough for you, I challenge you to look at all the footage. So many people caught what really happened, so why do you insist on reporting only parts of the story? I reported what I saw. Jack hit Ty Jacobson. You whip out your phone and pull up one of the now viral videos. If you really believe that, let's watch together. You can show me exactly where you saw that. You offer her your phone and she freezes and turns away. I didn't think so. Jack truly never meant to hurt anyone, and he will be reaching out to Mr. Jacobson and his family privately to make things right. But when the paparazzi are hunting him down like an animal, you can't be surprised that he fights back as a last resort. You expect us to believe troublemaking Jack has turned over a new leaf? Yeah, because there's no way that happened. As the crowd mumbles in agreement, you feel your blood boil. Believe this, from now on Jack will be retaliating in the only way the paparazzi understand. In court. Now, maybe when enough of you end up slapped with a slander lawsuit, you'll learn the meaning of no comment. Now, if you'll excuse me. You move to leave, and for the first time all day, the crowd seems to park to make room for you. Wait, you never answered my initial question. Who are you? My name is Estrella Villanueva. I work for Infinity Records, and I'm Jack's new cutthroat manager. So, if I were you, I'd play nice. Because if you want to get to him, you're going to have to go through me. Hear the murmurs of surprise and even begrudging respect as you power walk away from them. The Eagle has landed. You barely arrived at your apartment when you get a text from a private number. Instantly, you know it's Jack. The Eagle has landed, or whatever the secret phrase is to let you know I'm home safe. You're a pop star, not the president. There is no secret phrase. Boo. Need you to get on that. You know, since you're basically my manager now. Get on making you president or getting you a secret phrase. Because one of those is a tall order. If I get the job, you'd only be mine for 3 months. And what does your being yours entail? Absent-mindedly, you settle into the couch as you study the text. I could shut this down. If I get the job, we'll have to work together, and engaging with this will only complicate things. Well, still, your thumbs pause above the screen for just a moment before you think of the perfect response. Doing what I say when I say it. I'm very demanding and I don't like to wait. Then it's a good thing I live to please. And what would you do to please me? Well, first I'd send a car to come get you, bringing him back to my place. When you get here, I'd be in bed waiting for you, hard and ready. You paint a very provocative picture. It may or may not be my reality. As you imagine Jack in bed, naked, thinking about you, relax on the couch, your body warms, ready and willing. We're doing this. This wasn't even a diamond choice, and we're doing this. Your fingers toy with the buttons of your shirt, unfastening them until you're left in nothing but your bra. Your phone vibrates. You have no idea. You push the bra's cups under your breasts, exposing your nipples. As you catch one between your fingers, you detail your actions to Jack. I hope the next part of your plan involves taking my top off. Otherwise, I skip some steps. Fine by me. Okay. She got a call, she answered, and... But when the call finally connects, it's not Jack, you see, but your stunned boss. Miss Villanueva? Mr. Deacon? Quickly you scramble to adjust yourself, a completely different warmth flooding through you. I'm so sorry, sir. I thought you were... Sure, I don't need to know. I was just calling because I caught your press conference. I'm impressed you represented the client and the label with confidence, and I've heard nothing but good things about Jack's performance. I'm calling to personally put you in charge of Jack's entire tour, start to finish. Are you serious? The full tour? Congratulations. You'll report to Gene directly. I'll transfer you to him to get details. As a call transfers, you can't help but happy dance. This is the happiest day of my life, and nothing and no one is going to stop me now. Have you met Gene, though? If you're done celebrating, I'd like to get down to business at hand. Gene's muffled voice rings out from your phone, and you quickly pick it back up. Oh, Gene, hi, sorry, I didn't realize you were there. I'd suggest you get more observant, especially as far as Jack is concerned, because he's your responsibility now. I'm afraid I don't understand. Then let me explain. If Jack causes one more incident or does anything to embarrass the label, he'll be dropped for good. And I'll be sure your career is over before it even starts. You're a friendly man. Have I made myself clear? As if on cue, a saucy text notification from Jack pops in, you realize just how screwed you are. Crystal. With that being said, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description, plenty of things to check out there. Without further ado, once again, thank you all for watching. Sorry this was a little bit behind. As I said in chapter 1, now I'll say it again. I was not feeling the greatest, right? Life happens, so does health. So that's why I'm a little bit behind. So, once again, all I can do is apologize, and even while not feeling great, I'm trying to get these things out to you. So look forward to the other chapters today, and yeah, catch you all later. Peace out.